ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Saturday! Which means it's time for another Nozz Watches Haiyore Nyaruko-san. This time it didn't spin. Physics is more of an art than a science. So, we're coming towards the end of it. I'm kind of hoping we get there a little bit quicker. Oh, gee, no, okay, I shouldn't say that. Alright, so I've had a love-hate relationship with this show so far. We were backsliding towards Dokuro Village for a while. We started pushing our way back up. And then we just kind of hit a plateau, and we just didn't go anywhere. And that, to me, is worse than it being Dokuro, because at least with Dokuro, I had the enjoyment of hating it and photoshopping her face over an image of Adolf Hitler. I can't really do that with Nyaruko. And part of the main issue is that this anime is all about subversion, but they're subverting the same things the same way every time for the last 10 episodes. So we're on episode 11, we've got one more episode left. This is the first season. There is, I'm told there's another OVA. There's an older version of this that exists. Apparently I'm looking at the newer version. There's a second season that's named something else. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff. I'm stopping here. I'm stopping after episode 12. I might come back to it in the future, but for the moment, if they don't wrap this shit up in like by episode 12 and they've kind of started subverting things in new ways, then that's unfortunate, and it will affect, my final score. Oh, but fuck it, what do I know? Alright, let's get this going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh boy, Spanish guitar. It sounds like something spicy is going to happen. Oh no, Yoshikage Kira. Oh no. Where I can cut off women's hands and use them to jerk myself off, as God intended. Oh, Hasada sucks at Mario Kart. That's adorable. Hasada sucks dick at Mario Kart. That's adorable. That just every time he's on the screen, he gets cuter. And Kathaga becomes a bigger bitch. Why does Hasada not get more play than this? Every time he's on screen, he's adorable. Why does he not get more play? And I know I probably said some variation of that. Like every episode since he showed up, but goddamn. And now he's having PTSD flashbacks regarding... He's having PTSD flashbacks regarding the kiss. Oh god, another one! Oh no! Another one! It's got a fucking Pokemon too, okay. And it speaks. Oh, okay. Do we need to add more lollies? Do I just need to, just keep this here? If we're just gonna keep adding lollies, I'm just gonna wear this on my head for the rest of this episode. Really? You just found an elder god just wandering in the woods, and you're like, you know what? I'ma keep it. Really? What? Why? What about that Dreamland shit? What about that fucking Dreamland shit? That stuff still hasn't been resolved. We got fucking 2 more episodes. And how do Elder Gods get lost? They exist in like non-Euclidean states. Like the concept of space shouldn't even be an issue. This is actually starting to make my neck ache a little bit. She's a lot heavier than you'd think, specifically towards the front. Oh, good. First lesson of Nyaruko's school, how to molest. Just put that there. No, okay, that's not going anywhere. Just, okay. Ha ha ha, it's a joke. Ha 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 ha, it's a ha. Christ. Congrats, Nyaruko, you're making everyone retroactively worse. Error message could not be sent. Thus begins the conflict. Thus begins the conflict of the episode. And there's the secondary conflict. Also, what happened to Nyaruko's brother? What happened to any of this? The Dreamland, Nyaruko's brother. Where does any of this? Also, they're looking at porn. It's a fucking H game. It's a fucking H game that was so bad that even the Japanese recalled it. Stop corrupting the lolly! Ravioli, ravioli, don't corrupt the little lolly. It's okay, here, let's go play Mario. Thank you. Of course. Of course. Even the fucking butler is a fucking... She's malicious at this point. That's not what she said, Kathaga, you fucking moron. Why is Kathaga just getting... They're getting worse. We're backsliding again. Giant mosquitoes. She's malicious at this point. This is... You know what? This is actually worse than Dokuro. This is... At least Hasada's trying to help without killing everyone. Like, at least with Dokuro, she'll take your head off. She'll whap your head off like a baseball. And that'll be the end of it. With Nyaruko, the pain never ends. It's the difference between a quick death and non-stop suffering. Maybe it's got a trigger, do you not? Wait. Jeez. And now he's got PTSD. Dokuro never gave you PTSD. Because you were dead. Even if she did undo... But still. Oh my god, like... I can't, like, seriously, like, we're starting to backslide, but we're, like... We're at the point where, like, the implication is worse. Like... For real. Like, there's abuse, and then there's this. Nothing before had the threat of death. The threat of death was external. The threat of death was external before. Now it's internal. Why'd you throw out Hasa? He hasn't done anything wrong. Oh god, like, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying, like, it's starting to get mean, which, like, if you remember, that's what I had the problem with. I had problem with it being mean. See, that's just cute. That's just cute. It's adorable. That's a goddamn adorable. And they finally added in an elder god that isn't trying to fuck him in some way. Which, you know, that's a welcome change. I actually do welcome that change. Mahiro having to act as a parent figure instead of a reluctant boyfriend, yeah. Thumbs up on that. Can't show that in a Christian anime. I don't know. Like, am I just being a little bitch, like, I'm all for, like, slapstick comedy, but, like, that's the thing with slapstick. Slapstick normally isn't mean like that, you know? Like, there's always something that comes back around that makes it in jest, you know? Like, this isn't in jest, this is, no, you're just being an asshole. Ah, she's so cute! Ah! She is the Dotaru. Oh, she's the Dotaru of this anime now. It's amazing. And she's probably going to be gotten rid of by the end of the episode, or maybe the end of the next episode. But now Mahiro's having fun. Now Mahiro's having fun. Nice and wholesome. Now, can we just cut back to Nyaruko and see how they're making their own lives miserable? I don't know. Oh, she's used to being fed. That's... See, like, Mahiro is too pure. He's too pure to be abused like he is. Like... I don't know. Like, Nyaruko and Kathaga just kind of, like, fuck everything up. Like, and Hasada is just thirsty. Hasada is thirsty, but he's harmless. I straight up, I would love to see a show, or like an episode maybe, where it's Mahiro, his mom, Hasada, and little girl, whose name I forget. Oh, hey, you're back to ruin the moment, you fucking bint. Are you... Really? She's a child. She's a child. See, See, even Hasuda's like jealousy is just based entirely off of Wholesome. He's like, I wanna use your lap as a pillow. I wanna be cute. Why are you running? Why are you running? Do you know the way? Oh god, help me, friend that I forget the name of. She's a child! Why do they jump to that conclusion? Oh no. Like she's the smallest elder god yet. She looks like she's 5 years old. It kind of shows how fucked up Nyaruko's mindset is that she's jumping to that conclusion. I don't know. She's back to being a takoyaki salesman. Oba-chan. I don't think that means lady. Isn't that grandma? Isn't Oba-chan grandma? Oh fuck! I always get these on. I always get those titles fucked up. I always get those titles messed up. Jesus fuck Kathaga! Chew a little bit. She didn't even ask Hasuda to pay. Just goes to show, Hasuda can get away with theft. Up, and there's the monsters. Okay, how are they gonna subvert it? Okay, let me call it here. That's a Shoggoth! Ha! Huh. He awakens his stand. Killer Queen! I don't think these Shoggoths are gonna turn out to be evil. I think they're gonna turn out to be misunderstood somehow. Maybe related to Gutu-ten somehow. And I'm so close to leveling up! Next level, I get Rape level 2! And she's just busting out that transformation ability just, like, on a whim now, isn't she? Did the creator just start watching more Kamen Rider? I hate you so much, Nyaruko. But whatever, let's see what you got. That was a JoJo. I think that was a JoJo there. No one else does aura, right? Aura is strictly a JoJo thing. Oh, yes! Hasuda doing some stuff! Finally, he gets to use his powers! Looks like it's just wind, though. So he's kinda worthless if you don't have a fire user somewhere nearby. Oh well. Please tell me he's just gone. Please tell me he's just gone. No, damn it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You failed the escort quest, you fucker! Gutatan. Oh my god, she got fucking nailed! She got fucking nailed in the fucking head. Jeez, that looks... Ooh. She might have like a little divot there in the future. You hurt a small child. at the very least, this is subversive in that it's actually playing it straight. I guess when you've done like 10 episodes of trying to subvert things and you've run out of ways to subvert shit, fucking do your job. Oh, woof. Oh my god. I guess, like, yeah, but, like, once you've done, like, 10 episodes of Subversion, you've been subverting shit the same way the whole time. I guess the main way to do it is just play it straight. Because you wouldn't expect that, would you? Oh, they're not coming home. Oh, they're actually... Oh, no, they actually got offended that he was... Or, no, they actually feel bad. They actually feel bad about what they did. Or at least that Mahiro was mad at them. We're going to a new place. He has 2.5 waifus at all times. Like, seriously, 2.5 potential girlfriends at all times. Can't go anything with that. Can't go anything wrong with that. Even though one of them's a serial killer and one's a crazy bitch. I'll let you know which one. I'll let you decide which one's which. Wow, he woke up without getting molested. That must be new for him. It's Sunday. Uh-oh. Wait. Wasn't the day before, like, Thursday? Did he? I might have mislooked at his clock. I might have looked at his clock wrong. Okay, that's weird. Everyone is gone. Oh no. Oh no. This is bad. Oh, come now! Oh! Oh no! Whoa. Okay, that clock is fucking me. Hang on. I'm gonna go back. Sunday. No, it was The day didn't change. The day reset. I thought for some reason my brain went Thursday when I was thinking back on it. I think I was thinking of a different scene in a different episode. So whoops. But yeah, the start of the episode, Sunday 8:09. End of the episode, Sunday at 7 a.m. There's some wibbly wobbly timey fuckety going on right now, and I'm actually really interested. They've actually done something. They've done something. And I want to know what. They pull this off for the final episode. And we will jump off this plateau and go all the way back up the fucking mountain. They do this right. They fuck it up though, and roll the way right back down to Dokuro Town. Dokuro Town, by the way, is situated in the Dark Souls map, and it's directly below Blight Town. And it's the reason why Blight Town is as bad as it is. The fumes just rise up. Oh man, okay. Okay, so that was oh boy, that was episode 11 and cliffhangers. All of the fucking animes that I'm watching now, they got them, and oh boy. All right, so this episode by itself, I like it, but it still highlights a lot of issues that this show does have. and I hope I'm not alone in these, because I know that this is going to be something subjective. And I'm probably gonna sound like I'm repeating myself, but the ability at the start for the abuse thrown between Nyaruko and Mahiro, and then later from Mahiro and Nyaruko to Kyuko, and then Kyuko to both of them. It was all equal, right? It was all like at they all, like, at the first, there's like level one, they, very weird flirting with, like, rebuffing. Then we had violence, so Mahiro went violence in return. And then so on and so on and so on. Kuko, attempted molestation. And then we hit attempted molestation for Nyaruko. And then we hit attempted molestation for Kathaga. But Mahiro stayed down here on the physical violence level. It wasn't reciprocated. And then we add Hasuda to the mix, and Hasuda started all the way back at level 1, and then he slowly made his way up to level 2, which is creepy flirting, and he stayed there. So we have one person at level 2, Hasuda, who catches way more shit than, like, anyone else. Hasuda's caught way more shit than, like insults and abuse than anyone else, and he's been in the show the least amount of time. And then we have Mahiro, who catches the second amount of abuse, and then we have fucking Nyaruko and Kathaga, who have just shut up. They're up so high that they're not even on the fucking scale anymore. It's just any scene that has them going at full blast doesn't feel fun, because it becomes mean, because it's not two equals. It's not two equals blasting each other. It's one physically superior, or one or two in this case. Two physically superior beings trying to molest an inferior one, and or abusing and excluding a being that should be on their level, but isn't, because he's actually a decent human being. Well, not a human being, but elder god, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it does work to this show's disadvantage. It really, really, really does. The fact that this escalation either couldn't have been slowed down, or it couldn't have been kept equal, I feel like it does ruin a lot of scenes. Like Nyaruko coming off at, Nyaruko just ramping up, like, to the point where she fucking almost raped him a while back. And, yeah, him binding her to the bed is funny. But, I mean, that's still it's not really a big departure from the amount of kickback he was giving before, you know? Like, I'm not saying Mahiro should be a rapist either. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I feel like if the escalation was going to continue, they shouldn't have turned it into attempted sex crimes, you know? Like, I don't want to see fucking the Detective Stabler roll up with fucking iced tea in the background. You mean there's people who are elder gods from outer space that can drive people insane? You'd never watched Law & Order SVU, then that joke's gonna go right over your head. Oh boy. But just... like, it really sucks, because that's the main sticking point for me. Well, one of the main sticking points. There's another one. It's lesser, because it's just kind of like a symptom of being a gag anime, in that not all jokes are going to hit. But that's the main sticking point. They have all these cool little like stories and vignettes and little things like that, and then they have to throw in a joke where Nyaruko attempts to molest him. They have to throw that in. And then Mahiro has to respond with violence, or Kuko has to then double up on it because she wants to molest Nyaruko, but she's a fucking weirdo, so she's good to settle with secondary contact. And then Hasuda's just like, I just want you to pat my head. And he's seeing all of these older elder gods going about it this way, and of course it's influencing him, so he's basically doing the same thing, but with head pats. And it it feels like it's clunky and it doesn't work to the anime's benefit. Other than that, one thing that was getting stale that I feel like they've actually kind of they may have fixed is that they've been subverting the same things the same ways every time. Because I think, how long has Hasuda been here? When did Hasuda first show up? When did he... It's episode 5? Episode 5 did he show up? Yes, Hasuda showed up. Hasuda showed up in episode 5. So it's been 6 episodes now since he showed up, right? And Hasuda and that was round about the time where the Mahiro Nyaruko Kathaga dynamic started getting stale, right? And then we had we'd Hasuda added into that dynamic, and he did bring a new dynamic, and he was a new vector for abuse to come in and go out, even though what he gave out was a lot less than what he gave in. As well as a new person to interact with Mahiro in a different way, where it's not hatred, like from Kathaga, it's not weirdly creepy sexual advances from Nyaruko, but it's kind of wholesome, like, will you be my boyfriend, please? You know, like, very, very wholesome, like, very, like, he's younger than the rest of them, so he's kind of sussing it out for himself. And it's very, very different from everyone else. And we've kind of explored that to death by now, because these characters, I'm going to admit, they aren't super deep. They aren't all that deep at all. They're not, like, as shallow as a puddle, but they sure as fuck aren't a swimming pool, you know what I mean? Like a small bucket, maybe. And I feel like we kind of tapped out with that around about episode 9. Around about episode 9, yeah, it took like... It was like, Kathaga showed up in episode 2. That relationship kind of got stale by episode 4. They introduced Hasuda at the end of episode 4, the start of episode 5. And then, yeah, so really, we should have got a new character that stuck around more. Round about episode, I'm gonna say 7 or 8. I feel like, and I'm specifically saying a character that sticks around, like not like a once in a while cameo character like Luhi. I feel like Luhi she doesn't show up enough. She could have been enough. She could have been like Auntie Cthulhu, but instead she only shows up like every other episode, and she's only there for 10 seconds, like less than a minute. And I feel like they were going to do something with Gahutan. Maybe they should have brought her in earlier, because adding the whole Dodoru thing, the Dodoru dynamic, I feel like it's got some legs. It's got some legs. Bringing an alien-possessed reporter girl was all right as well, but she once again, she wasn't around as much. She spent most of her time off-screen playing video games. I don't know. It's... Like, I know this is very dry, but it's an issue with storytelling. It's an issue that it's something that anime, I feel like, it struggles with. Animes either don't add enough characters or they add too many. Like, for example, with oh god, I'm gonna sound like an idiot if this changed after I stopped watching, but with Naruto, for example, right? Naruto's biggest strength was that every ninja had the same basic thing. They all had chakra. They could do and they could fucking shoot fire out their anus or whatever, right? So you have Naruto. Then you have the basic bitch ninja students, and you have Sasuke over here. You don't know what he does, but he's over there. And then you have Naruto. You explore Naruto's powers, and then you're like, oh wow, Naruto's really cool, and that lasts for 5 episodes, and then you're introduced to Sakura and Sasuke, and you're like, oh wow, their powers are really neato, and you go forward, and you're like, okay, their powers are boring now, and then Kakashi has to fight. Like, oh boy, Kakashi's powers are real swell, and they're fighting against Haku and Zabuza, and their powers are really swell, and then they die, and so on and so forth, and every, 3 or 4 episodes, you have a new type of ninja with a new type of power, but then once Shippuden starts, you kind of had that at the start, as they're introducing the new characters, but then everyone after that is kind of just like a derivative of shit that came before. They kind of ran out of ideas. Bear in mind, I did not watch beyond fucking I'm gonna say 25 episodes of Shippuden. So maybe they turned it back around, but that's what I remember. But meanwhile, so they didn't have enough characters, and then or like enough characters to keep it interesting, because Naruto was all about changing shit up, right? It was all about taking the shonen hero thing and being like, oh yeah, here's cool thing, and kind of like how Dragon Ball Z does it, except Dragon Ball Z doesn't have to add as many characters, because the characters you do have, they basically do it themselves. Then you have things like Bleach, where they didn't need that many characters. They didn't need that many characters, but the mangaka even admits and says, okay, every time I ran out of ideas, I just added a character, and then when I didn't need them anymore, they were just kind of stuck there, so I just kind of had to keep them about. And eventually, it grew so glutted with characters that it completely crippled his storytelling, and the numbers showed it, and they killed it before he could give it an ending. And that's the other problem. Nyaruko, I feel like, is having the too few characters problem, because it's a gag anime. For a gag to work, you need to keep changing the status quo, because if you keep the status quo, then things get boring. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of having trouble saying this, because it's, like I said, humor is subjective. Humor is very, very subjective. Like, there could be someone out there be like, no, Nozz, you're a fucking moron, this is hilarious, you dingus. You dingus dingburger. But to me, it's like, no, we're just doing the status quo. Like, when subversion becomes the status quo, it's not subversion anymore. Especially when you're doing it with the same set of 4 characters. But adding this new character, and then when things start to hit the fan, instead of having it turn around and be like, aha, goofiness, ha, it wasn't really evil Shoggoths altogether, ha. Instead, they play it straight. The Shoggoths are fucking dead. Fucking little lolly queen has a fucking wound in the middle of her forehead, and then he wakes up the next day, Groundhog Day style, with nobody in the house. I'm gonna admit, I find that entertaining. Them playing that straight, because they're subverting the subversion by playing it straight, because they've conditioned us to expect subversion. So when it doesn't come, it hits you, and that's genius, and I hope they don't fuck it up. But they probably might. I don't know. But regardless, we got one more episode, means one more week, and we're gonna see whether it slips down into Dokuro Town, or it rises up to the fucking top of the fucking pile. Seeing as this thing got like fucking 5 other series after this, maybe they did it. Because I don't think they'd renew it for like 5 more seasons if it didn't. And everybody, let me know what you think down there in the comments. Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and share on social media if you want. If you want to help me keep the lights on and get better lighting, then hey, why not throw a couple dollars in the Patreon, or click my TAD affiliate link below, which is a money-free alternative where you just watch ads on your phone and be like, and most of the ads are supposed to be tailored to the affiliate, so let me know if they're not. They should be like just anime and video games and shit. They should be, that's what they told me, but and as always, everybody, I am Nozz. I will see you in the next video, but most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you around the road.